Hello everyone. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to install the GCC compiler and the VS Code on the Windows computer. So actually I have successfully installed the GCC and the VS Code on my computer, but I will go through the most of the basic steps of how to install these two applications. So the first thing is you need to install the, you need to download the SIGWin and the VS Code for the 64-bit version. If your computer system is a 60-bit system, you can check your system version by right-click the property of this PC. So you can see that the system is a 64-bit operating system. So that's why we download the 64-bit version for both the SIGWin and the VS Code. So if you are using a 32-bit machine, just download the 32-bit version. So after you download these two software, let's first install the GCC on your computer. Let's just double click the SIGWin, click yes, and the next, install from the internet, next. Just set up the default root directory. And we click next, next. Use the system proxy setting, next. And select the first one link, next, yes. Okay, so after you see this screen, we first click for, and we first install the GCC core. So this is the GCC compiler we are going to install. So the default setting should be skip. You just select the latest version, for example, 10.2. Since I have installed on my computer, see, I have already have one version. So the next thing is the GDB compiler. So for this one, also the default setting is skip. Just select the latest version. Okay. So the next one is make. So it's here. So still we select the latest version. So after you select the three things we are going to install, just click next, next, until the end of the installation. So I will not wait the installation again because I have installed them successfully. So after you successfully install the GCC, we can go to the CMD, which is a command prompt. So let's check our installation by type. Let me check the command we are going to type. Oh no, so the next thing is set up. Before we check if we successfully install the GCC, we need to set up the environment variables. Right click on this PC, click this property, go to the advanced system setting and environment variables, and double click this path. So I have already added this path in my environment variables. Let me first delete it. So we can go to our folder in local disk C. See, we have already installed the Win64 on my local disk C. We double click the bin. Actually, we can find our GCC should be around here. This is our GCC compiler, which we will use it to compile our source code. We can click here, Control C, copy this path. So we usually do not type this path. It is very easy to have some typo. Oops. Let me go to our system environment. So here I click new, just paste. Okay, okay, and okay. Okay, the next thing we can check the version of our, first let's check our Sigwin, CYG, check C, hyphen C, CYG, Sigwin. Okay, after you got this information, which means we successfully installed the Sigwin. Next thing we're going to check the GCC to hyphen version. So see, we have installed the GCC on our computer. Okay, so the next step is to install the VS Code. Still, we go to our folder, go to the download, double click the VS Code. Okay, just click next until the end of the VS Code. It's pretty straightforward. I will not going to show you. After you install the VS Code, you can start it. Okay, so the first step, I'm going to new a folder. So this folder will store all the programs for this course. I can call it Engineer 213. Okay, so in my VS Code, on the left side, we have a couple of choices. The first one is the Explorer for your project files management. And we have the search, we have the gate, we have the run, and we have the extension. Let's first open a folder, desktop, 213, select folder. And inside this folder, let's first click the extension. We are going to install the C and the C++. You can search it. See, I have already installed it. So first install the C and the C++ extension. So after you install this extension, you can see here is a notification, show all the commands, Control Shift. So currently inside this folder, there's nothing. So you can click this file explorer. So see, there's nothing inside this folder. We type Control Shift and P. We search the C/C++ and select the edit configuration UI. Ask me later. So the first thing we're going to tell our IDE, where's our GCC compiler. So here, we first select the, oops, so cancel. It should be Win32, and for here, oops, it's pretty weird. Let me see why cannot I select the Command Shift P UI Win32. Okay, so the Win32, and we need to specify a path. Still, we go to Sigwin64 bin. This is a path of our GCC. We Control C. We go back to our VS Code. So after you open the C and C++ configuration, there should be a default Win32. The reason I have one error previous, that could be because actually I have go through these steps. I just deleted everything. Okay, So we just paste here /gcc.exe. Okay, make sure this is right. Okay, after you put it here, we can close it. After you close it, see inside the ENGR213 folder, we have a folder which is a .vs code. So see inside this JSON file, so it will tell our IDE where's our GCC compiler. So the next step, we will new a file. You can click here, not here actually, outside just in the root folder of your ENGR213, we new a source code. So we can put our first testing code, hello world code. So then we save it. Save it as hello.c. So make sure we have the .c extension. Save it. So see, this is our source code. So for this source code, we can click the run and debug. So click the run and debug. Make sure you select the C++ GDB, and in this pop out to select the gcc.exe. Okay. So actually, our IDE has started to build our source code. So you probably found that there's no run button for your IDE currently because you need to add an extension. So, okay, so see, we got our desired output hello world in ENGR213. So if you go to the file explorer, and you will see we got another two JSON files. These two JSON files actually is a configuration for the run. Actually, you can see my hello.c and the hello.ax is inside this folder. It's not very good. Let's go to our desktop 213. Let's move out our delete these two. So another thing I want to mention, so probably in the future, you will have a couple of folders for your C project. So after you go through this step, you do not have to recreate this folder. So again, so another thing is we are going to install another extension called Code Runner. The first one, see, I have to install this one. So after you install the Code Runner, you will got a run button here. Okay, so after you got the run button here, if you open your source code, you can click run code. You can directly get the output of your source code. Okay, so hopefully this video will help you set up your VS Code and GCC compiler on your computer. Thank you.